this is fascinating. You wrote an article in the Federalist about it. I encourage people to go read it if they want to see this statistics and a summary of the study themselves. But tell me about this. This study is from 2015, so it's relatively new.
Well, actually, the National Academy of Sciences report actually covered about 50 years of evidence. So back in the 1970s, the ideas of false memory were first started to be investigated. And since the 1970s, a great deal of information has come about to demonstrate that not only do people recall things that we've never experienced, the emotional content of memory actually leads to a breakdown of the relationship between the confidence and the accuracy, which means over time, as we retell our memories, we become more and more confident in the fictional accounts that we recreate. So we're recreating our memories, we're reconsolidating our memories, we're changing our memories over time, and then we become more confident. So false but confident and compelling testimony is almost inevitable because we truly believe what we're saying. So I believe that Dr. Ford sincerely believes she's telling the truth, but the truth and the falsity of her testimony, we cannot decide that just based on believing her. We have to look back and we have to have documentation to believe her.
Right. It's the difference between telling a lie. I don't think there are a lot of people that are saying, oh, she's purposely telling a lie. There's a difference between lying and simply being inaccurate. I do think that's interesting what you say about the more often we repeat the story to ourselves, the more deeply we believe that. It's almost a game, it sounds like a game of telephone. You know that game that little kids play where they sit in a line and tell each other something? By the end of the row, the story is completely different, but everyone's sure they got it correct. It sounds like that, but inside your own head.
Without a doubt. But also, it's a little bit more of the fish story. When you're out fishing, you catch a fish, and it starts off a little bit wide, and the next thing you know, you're catching a 10-foot shark, when in reality, it was a 2-foot or 2-inch minnow. And the reasons for this is, our memory is a dynamic process, and it's constantly changing over time. And when we perceive the environment, we only pick up a small percentage of that. And then from that, we encode only a smaller percentage of that. And over time, our memory stores less and less and less, and we fill in gaps. And we add information. This is called the misinformation effect. So if you were in a car accident when you were a child and you'd say it over and over again, and someone tells you that it was a red car that crashed into you, when in reality it was a blue car, pretty soon you'll begin to say that it was a red car. And you'll actually believe, even though it's not true, you'll believe in something that's not true. And I think it was Will Rogers who said, the problem isn't what we know, it's what we know that ain't so. And our false memories are an example of something that we know that just ain't so.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.